Hi there, Ukeman Dave here with some more ukulele tips. A lot of chords are troublesome for the beginner, and such as E minor, B flat, and B, and C minor, and so on. Now, there's no substitute for learning them properly, but what I'm going to give you are 5 shortcuts to playing these chords more easily, especially if you're struggling. So, if you want any more advice, please email me. The email address is below. But first of all, we're going to go straight on with these 5 tips to playing difficult chords. And first of all, it's E minor. Now, you probably do play E minor already like that, which is absolutely great. However, it's tricky moving to E minor from G, which is like that. And there's a very easy... This only works in this one instance when G and E minor are the chords. But once you're playing G, and the next chord is E minor... Just place the little finger on the 4th fret of the C string and you've got E minor. So you've got G, E minor. Like I say, it only works going from G to E minor, but it's a lot easier than going G, E minor, and so on. Okay, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, how to play the pesky B flat chord. Right, so this keeps coming up, especially in songs in the key of F. So B flat then, just reviewing, is 3, 2, 1, 1. And you have to keep that first one down, holding down 2 strings, which is not easy. However, this note here on the A string is redundant because it's also on the G string. So why not just play the first 3 notes and deaden the last one? You probably are deadening it as well if you're not playing it properly, and you get the complete B flat chord. So really all you need to play are the first 3 strings, frets 3, 2 and 1, and just make sure you can't hear that one. There's a complete B flat chord. Okay, good. That also works if you slide it up to B. Just make sure that last note isn't deadened. So there you go, a little bonus there, B as well, and onwards. Okay, that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is how to play B7. B7. Now B7 normally played with a bar on the 2nd fret and the 2nd finger on the 3rd fret there. Tricky because again, of course, you've got to hold down a nice clean bar, get all those notes to sound nice. However, you can do it like this. Now, you know E minor. Let's play E minor. Just move those 3 fingers across and you've got a perfectly good B7. And what's good, extra good, a bonus, is that E minor B7 is quite a common change. So, there we go. E minor, B7. A lot easier than going yeah, you got that? Tip number 3. Let's move on to tip number 4. Minor chords. Again, you see B minor quite often coming up. Now at the moment, you should be playing it with a bar on the 2nd fret and the 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the G string. But of course, again, that's difficult with this bar. Again, that note is the same as that note. The G and the A strings are playing the same note. So let's leave one out. Let's leave out this one. Just play the top 3 strings, the C, E and A strings, 1 finger. That's all the notes in a B minor. Just make sure again that you're not hearing this G string. So just move the finger over so it's touching. There you have it, B minor. In fact, if you slide that up, you've got C minor, C sharp minor, D minor, and so on. And right back to the beginning, B flat minor. So just the top 3 strings. The E, C, the E and the A strings. That's tip number 4. 1 to go. Tip number 5. You may have seen this one before. It's in one of my other videos. and it's how to play an easy E. At the moment, E is normally played like this. A bar on the 4th fret and a little finger on the 8th, or 7th rather, or just the 3 fingers. Still a little bit high up. It's often a long way away from the other chords that you're playing. Quite often A goes to E. Oops. And a bit of a jump. Now, you probably know E7. If you want to take this 7 out of E7, you get E. And the 7th note is on this C string. This one. So if you just dampen that by touching that string, what you're left with is an E chord. Just make sure you can't hear that gives it that 7th sound. So you touch that string, the C string, keep the other fingers there, and what you've got left is an E. There's your B7 from before. There we go. 5 tips on playing difficult chords more easily. Thank you. I'm Ukeman Dave. Email me if you want more tips.